Hello, everybody. This is Nik and Adinah Johnson.
Hey.
All right. We're connected. All right. Same time.
Here.
All right. All that practicing, it worked out. We said it at the same time. Okay. So we're coming today with one more video, a video in regards to expressing yourself without blame.
Yes, very important.
Okay. So you mean to tell me that if we're having a problem, I don't have to blame you for it?
Absolutely not. In fact, it won't be me.
Oh, it won't be you, huh? When you point one finger at somebody,
there you go.
3 more point back at you.
So, basically, directly express yourself. Be honest without blaming, criticizing, or demanding. And that's just basically sharing your feelings. It's so important that we use I statements when we're discussing our feelings and saying how we're feeling about a certain situation. Offer the person a gift of honesty. Opportunity to be of service in the world by hearing and being supportive to you. And so that's so important. So one of the sentence stems that they're encouraging you to do, and again, this is from the relationship repair game. I got cold, so I'm like balling my arms right now. Yeah, you got to warm me up. Right? Okay, so here's the thing. Right now I am feeling, here it is. Right now I'm feeling cold.
Don't blame me.
Yeah, don't blame me for that.
Yeah.
So, sharing emotions such as worried, scared, sad, hurt, which does not imply that it's their fault. So, say for instance, if a person, if your spouse, and right now it's a very difficult time when individuals leave the house, it's dangerous now. So just share with your spouse. If, say for instance, if your spouse doesn't call you or tell you or give you updates on where they're going to be, say right now I'm feeling worried. And not necessarily say, because you don't call me and blah, blah, blah. Right now I'm feeling worried because of the culture that we're in and just the climate that we're in. Something can happen when you're outside of the home. So I feel worried.
Yeah. When we use the word you, it can tend to put people on the defense.
Yeah, they feel attacked. So
granted, you might not be able to say everything and omit the word you, but what we want to do is reduce or minimize it as much as possible. So speak what you want to say. I was concerned. I was worried. I felt this way. Don't tell somebody else how they feel. Don't say, you ought to, no, I feel concerned. And maybe there could have been numerous reasons why this individual was not able to let you know what's going on. Like, for instance, there are 2 places that I go that I know for a fact I get horrible cell phone coverage. One, I don't stay in as long. The other one, I could be there for an hour. One, okay, I go to Walmart. Yeah. Okay, the reception, I don't know what they do inside of there. It's almost like a casino when they don't give you any clocks. I guess they try to block, stuff, keep you from being able to check stuff. Another place is Home Depot.
Yeah, I was going to say Home Depot.
Now, Home Depot, when I go to Home Depot, I can stay there for a long time.
Yeah.
But the signal is bad. So there's a possibility I can go into Home Depot. I can be in there for an hour, and Adinah can be sending me messages, text me like, hey, what's going on, or try to call me. It's going straight to voicemail. And by the time I come out, I might have a couple messages where she maybe wanted to ask me to pick up something while I was there, or maybe try to catch something on the way back to the house or whatever. And she want to know that. And at that point, she can be upset. She can say, hey, you know what? Why can I get, and that could be all built up inside her. And now, granted, that particular issue or that situation, she could blame me because, hey, I texted you, you didn't text me back. Now I am upset. But in that particular situation, you can say, hey, I am concerned about you. I was concerned about you. That's why I'm not happy right now.
Yeah.
And so there's also some things I could do on the front end. Now I know, now whenever I'm ready to go to Walmart or Home Depot, I'll text her. And I'll be like, hey, I'm going to go inside of Home Depot. So at least she knows that she tries to contact me, she won't be able to get me. And usually when I get out, I'll text like, hey, I'm headed home or whatever. I'll do something like that.
I mean, you're very proactive. And I think it's important for spouses to be proactive and say, hey, this is where I am. This is where I'm going. And it's not that you're catching up on them or you're tracking them, but it is out of safety and concern, especially if your partner gets concerned about you. Yeah, it's important to alleviate some of that stress.
Yeah. And I know the way our day usually runs is that, okay, we'll go in the morning together to go drop the kids off to school. I'll start working, and then around 2:30, whenever the kids get out, Adinah will go to get them. Now, in my head, I have this clock, and I know about what time they should be back. And so when that little alarm goes off in my head, I'm like, okay, they ain't got back yet. So then I started to get concerned. And so my thing is that I'll often text her like, hey, are you okay? Now, sometimes I'll know if she decides to do something, or there'll be something like happen with the kids. And they might be like, hey, mommy, can we go to the park and feed the ducks? Right. And so then that could be one of those situations.
And I just don't text you and be like, I'm horrible. You're good at it.
A hit dog will holler.
You're good at texting back. I'm like, I'll do. I'm going about my business. And don't text and not let you know anything. And then you're texting me and I'm like, we're fine.
Yeah. So why did that? I could, blame, but no, I just say, hey, I'm concerned. So you want to make sure that you're using those kind of I statements whenever you're expressing, some type of hurt.
Yeah. And here's the next one. This is the other option. Because I am needing or valuing. Let your partner know I am needing communication. I value your communication, those type of things, or whatever it is. Share a need that is not dependent on their words, actions, such as I need trust, I need safety, honesty, teamwork. So it's important to do that. And then would you be willing to reflect back? Tell them back everything what they've said. So one of the things that you said is that you didn't say this just now, but I gathered from what we just talked about. When I take the kids somewhere after school, I need to text you.
I don't think that's a bad idea. I mean, I don't understand.
So I'm just doing what the card says, and I'm reflecting back.
What you're reflecting. Yes. Okay. Go ahead and shine on. Reflect.
I just did, and you didn't take it.
I did. I'm taking your reflection.
All right. So as the kids get in the car and tell me all the different places they want to go, I probably need to text you and tell you we're headed somewhere, so you don't worry.
Yeah, because I'm, one of the challenges.
Hey, just reflect it back. No, I'm sorry.
I'm reflecting.
Yeah. No, tell me the challenge that you have.
I'm staring up in the sky.
The reflection is here.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me what are you saying? I'm sorry.
No, I can't remember. Okay, what I'm reflecting on as far as I don't think, and there should also be a certain amount of grace. I think also. Yeah. And the thing is that we should try, and also when someone does work, especially if you're not used to communicating this way, it can be a challenge.
Yeah.
But when you see your spouse, your significant other start to try to communicate in this way, acknowledge it.
Yeah.
Give them, affirm them, so that they know that, you appreciate them taking this approach and communicating with you.
And communicating it. Because oftentimes if individuals don't feel like you have communicated that you appreciate it, they're like, well, why bother?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
so
you don't want that.
Yeah. And this is the thing that we should try to do in our relationships. Every situation that you're in, try to take the approach that, we have this going on and we have to figure out a way to resolve it. Right. And so whenever you express blame or kind of direct it at someone, you're kind of putting that person on an island, And
on the defense, am I right?
Yeah, defense, very good. Hey.
I'm not a sports person.
Yeah, you did a very good job.
Yeah, but they feel like they need to defend themselves, and that's not fair.
Yeah, you don't want that. So try not to blame. I think there's a way. Now, granted, in a relationship, is it something that maybe someone did that they could have handled differently? Yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah. But the thing is that we want to make sure that we're having those conversations where if there is a need for that person to do it, that they understand it's a safe space to acknowledge that they could have handled the situation differently and figure out how you all would like for it to go moving forward.
And you give that person grace because you're going to mess up at some point.
You are.
All right, so that is it.
Oh, Ms. Park.
If they begin defending or explaining, reassure them that you are not trying to blame them and ask if they can just hear and reflect back the feelings and needs that you share. Mm-hmm. And that's pretty much what I did. I asked you to reflect back.
Yeah, and we always try to make sure to give credit where credit's due. So that snippet, that thought idea came from the relationship repair game. Mm-hmm. So we may take a deep dive into that in the weeks to come. We'll see. But definitely want to make sure that you all are aware where it comes from. And if you want to go ahead and pick it up definitely you can go out and visit their website. They have some interesting things out there, some thoughts that you can use as far as tools that you can put in your toolbox.
That's right.
So you want to sign us out, baby?
Yep. Like, share, and subscribe.
Yes, and as always, we ask that you take care of yourself and keep loving one another.